Speaker, welcome to the press. You just pleaded not guilty to all of the indictment read. Why so?
Why? Because I'm not guilty. But you have to follow, right, the reading of the indictment. If you notice, two things I will point out to you. The first is the indictment is more about the 17 riot, right, and communications theory. Very little about the fire. The indictment mentions nothing that any of the lawmakers did except by generalization. But the most interesting thing about the indictment, it has a letter, right, from Kivi Bar to Honorable Dixie Sibo purporting to admit. I've said this before, I will say it to you again all the time. It's common sense. That's what we use in the law. How many of you these days can write letter and a text message, you understand?
Councillor Koffa, so from the reading of the indictment and from your account you just gave, it means that you have a strong defense in this matter?
No, it just means that the prosecution don't have any case because there's no case to make. This is all politics and it will unravel as quickly as they put it together.
Are you hopeful for investing at Victoria?
Of course. I mean, where there's no evidence, the only verdict is a not guilty verdict. And that will be determined by the jury.
So, as the voice of former Speaker Cllr Koffa and other lawmakers who are here, I'm going to speak with some of them. And this is the beginnings of this event. So we will speak with
I saw you earlier around the court here. You know, what is it like for you seeing your members like just coming on, smiling and all of that?
My understanding is they are submitting themselves to due process of law. All we are hoping and praying for that the law will be followed to its letters, and then the impartial judgment will be rendered. So that's the process of the law. So, I mean, nobody is above the law, and I want to be grateful that former Speaker Koffa is a man of the Lord, and he's following and trying to pursue the course of the law. I think that is the most important thing. So, I mean, you listen to the judge. They have had postponement several times, and today is just one of those postponements for them to appear tomorrow night or 9:10.
The emphasis on postponement, do you think it's intentional to delay this indictment?
No, I am not in the minds of the judge, but I think the gravity of this issue must be dealt with expeditiously. We should not be trying to be doing bickering. One of the things that have happened, while the government is prosecuting people for alleged crime, the government is renovating the very chambers that they're saying was burned by these individuals. In the current draft budget, 3.some million is there. How the government determine that? Because if you are alleging that somebody did something, indict them. On our jurisprudence, when you indict somebody, that person is a criminal until proven guilty or not guilty. Is presumed innocent until proven guilty. So once you have been indicted, the people, I think the government should not play enough that facility because there will be further forensic investigation. Maybe the court may order that. So to determine factual causes of the fire. So you can't be renovating the place while you are prosecuting innocent people. In my mind, I don't see the justice.
Honorable Cole, you just listening to the former speaker saying this is political. Where do you stand?
I want to agree with him partially because if the chambers, the branch chamber, so to speak, is placed in the current national budget for execution because the budget is going to be passed in this December. So why are you prosecuting people who burned the place? Why are you taking responsibility of a crime that you say I committed and you are prosecuting me for? So that's just my concern. The government had a lot of questions to answer because if it were not political, they should not touch that facility until this court, this matter is legally concluded.
Honorable Cole, one may say, what difference will it make if the government says and doesn't renovate the area? Whether guilty or not guilty, the government will have to refurbish that place.
No, but listen, once a crime is committed, if you went to all of the crime scene, you'll see the ribbon that will be placed there, meaning that place should not be tampered with until full conclusion are made or adjudication. So once you have alleging that people burn the place, you say hooligans burn the place, give the law the opportunity. When the law takes its course, then the government wants to take responsibility, the government can take responsibility. But once you have now adjudicated the matter, you place the branch chamber in fact, from the very day, in 2025 budget, the chair on Ways, Means and Finance estimated at 1.8 million. Now it's gone to 3.6 million. So what is it the government wants? So for Nanti Koffa would not be wrong if he said the case is a political case. And I hope that our country should not be on the trajectory using politics and weaponizing all of our institutions. The judiciary should not be weaponized. And I think that's what is happening here, in my opinion.
Thank you
very much.
So he's Marvin Cool. So we are still speaking with several of the lawmakers.
Why?
Of course I'm not guilty. Which I know with my conscience and spirit that I'm not guilty.
Were you not involved in any conversation
Nothing.
as read in the indictment?
Nothing. You listen to it. The repeated things you listen to it.
What do you think? What do you
Nothing
think was
attached to
being
me.
repeated over and over?
Well,
Can you emphasize
the lawyers will handle that. I wish I was a lawyer to plead for myself.
How will you describe this whole situation from the time you were taken to the Liberia Central Prison to now? How will you describe it?
Well, I think that's total nonsense, but the law will prevail.
You are confident that the law will prevail in your favor?
For me, I'm a man of faith, and from a Christian background, I know with myself that they didn't do nothing. I was never even around. Never around. And as I said, I don't want to keep picking bearing before you all. I know you're journalists, you're good at making sensational headlines. And I don't want to make sensational headlines.
Especially
My
now that you
lawyers,
describe this as a
we
nonsense.
right, my lawyers will handle the nonsense.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.